What is up, guys? Rick Hackus here, and today we're talking about Omolon Auto Rifles in Destiny. Now you may be thinking, wait a minute, I don't really remember too many Omolon Auto Rifles, and you'd be right. When foundries were introduced in the Taken King, unfortunately, some of the combinations were left out of the game. Hawka Scout Rifles is one of them, and Omolon Auto Rifles is another, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, why add Omolon Auto Rifles into Destiny as a proper gun type? Well, first of all, it's because Bungie certainly can do it. The fact that they added Sparrow Racing as an entirely new game type, with two entirely new maps, with entirely new gear, with entirely new abilities on that gear, means that adding a gun combination really isn't asking too much. And why we should add this gun combination is, again, because it will increase diversity within Destiny. Having new gun types to experience, having new weapons to play through is going to give you just a different experience. It's going to give you variability and replayability, which is definitely what Destiny needs right now. And if it isn't added in Destiny, then for God's sakes, it should be added in Destiny 2. So in this video, we're going to be talking about what Omolon Auto Rifles would look like in Destiny as a proper gun type. Now, funny enough, there actually is one Omolon Auto Rifle in the game, and that is the Hard Light Exotic Auto Rifle. Now, just like how Suros Auto Rifles take a lot of inspiration from the Suros Regime Exotic Auto Rifle, the same can be done with Omolon Auto Rifles. You can expect Omolon Auto Rifles to have a similar look and feel to the Hard Light. Again, just like Suros Auto Rifles. However, simply adding more different looking auto rifles into the game is nowhere near enough to diversify Destiny properly. More needs to be done to differentiate these new Omolon auto rifles from the other auto rifles already in the game. Now, currently in Destiny, there's only 3 damage archetypes that any auto rifle within the game can fall into. We have the fast firing auto rifles, the middle of the road auto rifles, and the high damaging auto rifles. So it's actually incredibly easy to come up with new damage archetypes within auto rifles. You could put one in between these two weapons, and one in between these two weapons, and how about some on the side? And really, that's all there is to it. All you would need to create a new damage archetype, a diverse new auto rifle in Destiny, an auto rifle that actually feels different from other auto rifles, is simply make it have somewhere in between, let's say the middle of the road auto rifle and the high damaging auto rifle, which the middle of the road auto rifle does 20 damage for a headshot, high damaging does 25. So just make one that does 22 or 23 and simply adjust the rate of fire until the time to kill lines right up with the other time to kills of the auto rifles currently in the game. And that's really all you need to do. It's kind of depressing that I'm actually making this video talking about this and this hasn't been done already. Now, that whole topic aside, again, that's all I'm really asking for. This would be incredibly easy to implement. Just have one of the damages of one of the 2 Omolon Auto Rifle archetypes lie in between one of the 2 existing archetypes. Again, doing 22 or 23 damage for a headshot up close, and then just a rate of fire in between the 2 existing archetypes. But I would really like to see one outside of the 25 damage archetype, doing a little bit more damage. Let's say 30 damage for a headshot, and then a much slower rate of fire. Kind of similar to the fast-firing scout rifles, but not quite at that level. But I think it would be very interesting to finally have 2 different archetypes of auto rifles competing together for kind of the longer range, more accurate auto rifle category. Now, frankly, introducing Omolon Auto Rifles as 2 new damage archetypes would diversify the game greatly and really improve the Destiny experience. That's all I would really need to do. However, I'm going to go one step further. I really want to kind of exemplify the fact that Omolon is the futuristic foundry. It's the one that exemplifies technology that's, barely understood. And in that aspect, I would love to see the Omolon Auto Rifles, instead of having normal magazines where you have to reload like every other gun in Destiny, I would love to see Omolon Auto Rifles come with heat sinks. Now, for those of you not familiar with this concept, what you're seeing in the background right now is some Mass Effect 3 gameplay with the N7 Lancer assault rifle. Now, this gun has a heatsink. It basically has exactly what I'm talking about. And what I'm talking about is that there's no traditional reload. You technically have unlimited ammo. You're going to shoot an enemy with your ammunition. Your ammunition is going to, let's say you have a capacity of 30. It's going to go down. Let's say you kill the enemy where you're at a capacity of 15. And then as you wait, when you're done shooting, it's going to slowly recharge over time back up to 30. And again, that's what you're seeing in the gameplay right now with the N7 Lancer. Now, the benefits of having a heatsink are obvious. You technically have unlimited ammo. If you utilize it properly, you'll never get caught reloading. However, there are substantial downsides. And as you can see from the gameplay, one of the main downsides that you always have to implement with a system like this is a longer than normal quote-unquote like reload, your cooldown, if you actually expend all of your ammo. So you're going to see what happens if I actually take this N7 Lancer and shoot it until it has 0 rounds in a magazine. I'll do a much longer than normal, much longer than any other assault rifle reload time kind of cooldown where I'll hold the gun away from my face. You know, it's overheated, the heatsink's got to cool off, and this is your punishment for utilizing a heatsink gun improperly. You're going to have to go through a reload animation essentially that's way longer than normal. So you've really got to be on your toes, and it's a system that kind of balances itself. In one aspect, again, you have technically unlimited ammo. You won't get caught reloading if you use it properly, but again, you have to use it properly, because if you get too greedy or you get into an engagement where there's multiple enemies and you get down to 0, you're gonna have to do that really long animation, the cooldown animation, and that is definitely going to get you killed. Additionally, you have to have enough time pass in between gunfights where the gun can naturally recharge its own ammunition. So you can't really be going too gung-ho with these types of weapons. But again, if you do all those things and you take it slow, you will be able to go on essentially an unlimited kill streak because you never need to stop to reload. So that's my idea for Omolon Auto Rifles. Taking inspiration from the Hard Light exotic auto rifle, Omolon Auto Rifles would come with 2 or even more new damage archetypes for auto rifles that would simply slot into in between existing damage archetypes. These weapons would also have a heatsink system that would be differentiated from the traditional reload system and really exemplify the fact that Omolon stands for future technology. Now that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, and if you agree with this idea especially, please remember to rate and share this video with your friends, so hopefully Bungie will actually see and implement this. Now if you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can follow as well. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.